Mom's pearls. Mom's pearls. Mom's pearls. Mom's pearls. Mom's pearls.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Mom's Pearls. I'm Brenda, your host for the night, and I'm here with my friends Leah and Shayla. We're all moms, and we are also sisters in Christ.
Oh my goodness. Okay, ladies. So I heard a staggering statistic the other day that I just have to share with y'all, okay? All right, here we go. So a new study reported that half of Americans say they're lonely. Half of Americans, like half, like not even a third, a quarter, a small percentage, but half of the people walking around next to you are lonely, okay? All right.
Wow.
And that those ages 18 to 22 are the loneliest generation. Okay, so
18 to
they're like our
22.
babies. Yeah,
And
and
that's
fresh
when you're
out of
supposed
high
to be out
school,
there
they haven't
popping it.
started life,
You know,
they haven't.
making it rain.
I
you
mean,
know?
the world is yours. Like you can do whatever you
Hey,
want.
18, I know I was like, hey.
But they're the
I'm
loneliest.
still with a bullet, you know?
Okay,
like,
that's
how
real,
many
that's real.
lonely?
I have no idea.
That's bad. That's
Okay.
really bad.
So now the millennials, which is the next group, ages 23 to 37, are the second loneliest. And the least lonely are those 72 and above.
Hello.
Hey, I'm
Now,
not
y'all
there yet,
aren't
but
even
I'm
there
not lonely.
yet. So
All right.
y'all aren't even there yet. So the older people are the ones that aren't lonely, but the younger people are like borderline. Just I need somebody all the time. I'm constantly
Wow.
by myself, not satisfied with life.
I think that's in the
Well,
water.
So
you know,
I don't think that's.
I let me just start by saying, there's no shame, everyone. All
That's
you
real.
guys
That's
out
real.
there, there's no shame in this. You know, don't feel ashamed to say you're lonely. Don't think there's something wrong with you, because we all at some point feel some kind of loneliness.
That's real.
Right.
That's
That's
just
real.
a natural human feeling, you know. And then you own it, but then you got to look on the way to how to get past it. And for the young people, I think now is so much stress on them. Even kids 8, 9, and 10 have
That's
so much
real.
stress on
That's
them.
real.
They just can't
Yes,
be
Lord.
kids because there's no innocence.
Right.
That's number one. It's been
That's
stripped
sad.
away. So when I was 18, lonely. What was lonely?
Hello.
You know,
Hello.
I was like,
ready
hey,
to go.
you know, I thought I knew everything, you know, and I was out there, ready to go. You know, my mom was like, oh, you just like to walk the street, you know, you don't never want to stay in the house. What's out there?
It's so
You
much
know,
to
I
do.
was
I
like,
haven't seen it
really?
all
You
yet.
know,
Like,
I just like, well, why am I
started.
sitting in the house and I could be out there showing the world me?
Right.
So that's, you know, it is. But what is loneliness, guys?
Okay. So that's interesting. What is loneliness?
Yeah, what makes you feel lonely?
Well, I would think. I'm gonna tell you about me.
Okay.
I felt real lonely. I was in a dark place at one point. I felt lonely to the point that when I was surrounded by people,
You didn't even.
I didn't even feel them. It's like I was just there by myself. And I mean, we have bunch of people, you know what I'm saying? And I would just be there. And it's like, why? Why was I feeling like that? And I didn't know why, but God got me out of that. Y'all quit playing.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, if some people get there, you can't get out of it. It could be, you feel like you don't have any friends, you don't feel like you have any associates at work, and it's just, it's like that. But I was just, I was surrounded by people that loved me, that I knew they loved me, but I didn't feel like they did. Does that make any sense?
Yes,
Yes.
it makes really good
It
sense
makes a
because
lot of
when you
sense.
Google the definition of
Yes.
loneliness,
Yes.
it is sadness because you have no friends or company. Social isolation, feelings of disconnection from others in daily activities. So just like you were saying, like you can feel lonely when you're surrounded by people,
Surrounded,
family and
yes.
friends that love you. Like, my goodness.
And then there's a biblical definition of
Okay.
loneliness also,
Okay.
guys. So that perspective is loneliness is the soul feeling isolated from meaningful human interaction.
Oh, wow.
And connections. That's deep, guys.
That
That's
is.
really, really deep. That's
It
your
is.
inner soul. That's your whole being. That's
Inner man.
that's all of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So you feel misunderstood. You don't feel like you fit in. You know, you're the outcast. You know, like they say, oh, that's the nerd. Don't nobody want to talk to them.
They have
I
all
tell
their
all
groups.
the little ones in my family, get to be friends with the nerds because you'll do well in
Okay,
school.
that's
Listen,
it.
Okay, the
and they
nerds
gonna
are
make
your
that
friends,
good cheap
people. That's right. And it's you know, it's it may be a spouse. You know, you don't feel intimacy like sometimes with a spouse. You're not connecting. You know, it's just you feel I don't have any friends. Nobody
Right.
likes me. Why don't you like me? Or a main thing is you don't have that connection with God.
Hello. That's real.
And I think that's really the most
You have
important
lost
part
your
of it.
connection with God. Yes.
So what would you think, what causes loneliness? With me, it would be like I said, no friends. I'm going to tell you what I used to do. My kinfolks would come to my house, and this is how I did when I was younger. I didn't want to share nothing, so I'd take all of my toys and all my books and get a flashlight and go and sit in the closet until they left. Because I wasn't going to share nothing.
Boy.
Now, was that lonely or was that something wrong? I'm just saying, but that's what I did. But, you know, I didn't know that when I was doing that, I was really putting myself in a position where they thought I needed to go and see a psychiatrist.
Right.
My mama took me to the psychiatrist, told her not to bring me back.
Wow.
He sure did.
Wow.
She didn't even have to pay the bill. She's still to this day. She was still living right now with that. She said, what did you say? I couldn't tell her. But with that being said, you can set yourself up for failure too, and you just keep going back into that spot. You can't do that.
And
you can't
it
do
could
that.
be the loss of a loved one.
There you go.
Or a close friend.
There you go.
Sometimes that puts us in a deep
Oh, girl, you don't even gotta go
depression.
to.
You know,
Depression,
I know,
exactly.
and you still have people around you, but it's that connection. I remember my mom died first, and then my father passed. And when my father passed, it wasn't that I didn't have family, had a spouse, had children, but I felt like an orphan.
Yeah, like that
And
connection.
it was the
that
worst
connection.
thing, guys.
Yes.
It was I like, oh my goodness, I have no
one.
parents. Who is going to be there? Who do I turn to?
Who do I ask my
There's
questions
no
to, like?
parents, no grandparents. I felt like, God, you took everybody from me.
Yes.
And it was just like I was 8 years old, and I was left up at an orphanage. And that was hard to get past. It took me a minute.
With that being said, I'm serious. When my mom died, I got mad at God, y'all. Sister went off the deep end, and I didn't come up, but he brought me back. He did.
Yeah.
But he told me in a dream, I was so angry. My pastor came over. They's like, Shayla, get up out that bed, get out of here, you know. And I didn't. I went in there and I laid down, and he told me in a dream, he said, let me tell you something. Before your mom was even born, it's a book called The Book of Life. He told me in that book of life, it was said that my mama was going to be born in 1940 and she was going to die in 2001.
Wow.
He told me that.
Wow.
He said, now with that being said, she was sick, but a miracle could have happened, but it was her time to go. It was her time to go. It's a lot of things he can do miracles all day long, but that was already written. That could not be changed. When I woke up crying, y'all, snotting all over the place, because I knew what he was talking about.
It was
I
so
hurried
real.
up, took a shower,
It was
went
so
back to
real.
church. I had shut everything off. I was done. I was done. But he told me that book of life, all of us got a date.
That's
But
true.
that book,
That's
but
true.
November
We all
19th,
do.
2001 was my mom's time. And he had to tell me that. The pastor couldn't, God had to tell me that in my sleep. So I'm just saying, it's real.
And
It's
I think
real.
it can be kind of difficult because when we're talking about our parents, for the most of the time, if you have great parents, it's like that real authentic relationship.
I was mad.
And so many times when it comes to loneliness, we're searching for that realness. You know, like I want my friend to be real. I want her to tell me the truth.
That's
I
real.
don't want, somebody that's gonna lie to me. I want somebody that I can count on. Somebody that's gonna
Tell
be
me the
say,
truth now.
"Girl,
Come on."
you didn't do that right. You should have did X, Y, Z."
That's right.
Like we're looking for those genuine relationships
Yes.
when it comes to who we marry, who we
Yes.
fall in love with,
Yep.
who we hang out with.
That's
We
real.
want people that we can trust, that we can really have that relationship with, So I think it's so important when it comes to loneliness that we develop those relationships, that we find people that we
We're
can
gonna keep
really
it
rely
on point.
on, and they'll
Don't tell me
it
what,
real.
Don't tell me what you think I want to hear.
Right,
Tell me
the
what it
truth.
is,
Like,
y'all.
girl, you know you shouldn't have.
Honey,
You
don't
know.
wear that. Don't wear that. Don't
I'll
wear
tell
that.
you. Don't worry, I'll tell you. I'm serious now, y'all know.
Girl.
But that's real, though.
And-
we have got to.
have to. We have
And I think with a lot of people searching for it, and falling into, like you had mentioned
But you
earlier,
can't
depression.
search.
You
Yeah.
can't, right, exactly.
You gotta let it come. to you. You gotta
Exactly,
let it
and
just
falling
come.
into depression, because I was reading statistics, and it said that 25 million Americans suffer from depression every year. It says that 50% of all people who die by suicide suffer from depression.
That's real.
Like, there are a lot of people out there who genuinely, no matter what they put on Instagram, no matter what they put on Twitter, that's
Yes.
not real.
Say,
They want that
well,
Come
genuine
on.
relationship.
That's real.
Well,
You know,
guys,
Baby, yes.
our guest speaker today
Okay.
is one person who's going to be here to talk on this.
A
topic.
real
Okay.
person.
Personally,
Okay.
personally, she can relate on this topic.
Okay.
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 She is our guest. Is an anointed woman of God.
Come
Y'all
on
know,
now.
y'all
Yeah.
don't just don't know.
All right.
She has been called at this time. She is an evangelist.
Okay.
She's a mother to grandmother of 10. I
Oh,
can relate to
my
that.
goodness.
And she brings
She's never
her,
alone.
conversation experience, and she's very transparent.
Okay.
We just can't say enough for her.
Yeah.
So, on that note, everyone, help us welcome our guest speaker, Evangelist Taylor.
All right.
So, welcome.
So glad to have you here.
Thank you.
And
Yes,
we
yes,
really
yes.
would like you to talk on this subject of loneliness, your Christian perspective on it, and what is it, maybe, help our viewers and us, that what can we do to get past this from your own personal experience?
Your experience and
Okay.
what you did to break free.
Come on, yeah.
Well, first of all, just getting a relationship with the Lord first and foremost.
Okay.
Yes.
And I think that's what really helped me. And still going through some things and dealing with loneliness. And by
In the
being
midnight
lonely,
hour.
sometimes, we can have our, significant others, our husband.
Come
But
on.
I've been in the point where I was married, but I still felt lonely.
Come on,
You know, I
okay,
feel like I was
okay.
a friend. And,
Can't talk to
because I
him.
was in
They
that
don't
relationship.
understand
What
you.
goes on in this house, it stays
stays
in this
in
house.
the
And
house.
even when you want to tell mom and you want to
Yes.
tell your dad about something, but
Yes.
you keep stuff
Yeah.
in, and
That's true.
with the holidays being gone and with mom and dad being gone, you feel lonely, because you want that person to talk to. But I find out, Lord, He gives us people that we can talk to, and sometimes
Oh,
loneliness
that's right.
have you isolated. Because I'm the type of person, I will kind of like just get to myself.
Okay.
I won't talk to nobody, even though I wear the song, like Smokey Robinson said, tears of a clown, and there's no one around.
Oh,
It attracts
right.
my
Come
tears
on.
and stuff. See,
Come on,
when
that's
I
it.
get on that little, I'm so happy, and how are you? I'm just so fine, but really inside I'm kind of like, somebody help me,
Yes,
God,
yes,
please.
yes.
Don't they see I'm hurting? Can
Yes,
I find
they can
somebody
see
I
it.
can just talk to? But loneliness, even I talked to my grandbaby, she said, now I'm depressed. I said, child, depressed at 7 years old, have you lost your mind?
Wow.
But it's real out there, because our babies feel like they can't even come to us sometimes. They
talk
can't
to
go to
you,
them,
right,
or
right.
see
That's
mama, or
so true.
see daddy, or pop,
true.
and because they're getting bullied, they
Things
get
are
well,
happening,
they
child.
they join the
Talk
gangs
about how
because
they
they feel
look.
like, well, I can't go to mommy, I can't go to dad, I ain't got no friend, no uncle, no auntie. But in our days, we did have all these people. But
Yes,
sometimes, when
yep.
kids go through stuff, they sometimes was so sad they had the uncle and the auntie, they traumatizing the kids.
That's true.
They touch the kids in ways, they,
Man.
being, counting down to them and talking to them.
Yes.
Because I had one cousin of mine, and I never forget, I was a little girl, and it was cold, and my dad was out there doing something. Dad said, why in the world, girl, you got this door open? My cousin, that girl, would terrorize me and my sister. She said, I can't stand y'all.
Oh,
I'm going to kill you. And I'm like, something got up in me. I said, Lord, I can't take it no more. I said, Daddy, she is crazy. You got to get her up out of here. But we have people that, they'll put on these personas. Oh, I just love you. Oh, I just think the world of you. But let that person or somebody go around that corner.
Come on.
I can't
Come on.
stand it.
The
What's
truth
the
is come
shape
out.
over?
I don't know why your family think you so this and you so
Wow.
that.
Wow.
And we get intimidated by these things.
Yes.
I've been through a lot where I just always would just isolate myself. Never thought I was good enough. Never thought I'd be able to do the things that I have. Did the Lord even accomplish me? Sometimes we would ask Lord, why? But it was just His time. What He saw that greatness in us. And that's why I want us to know, no matter whether you was hurt or somebody said something to you 30 years and 40 years and you're holding on to it, you know, and you feel the loneliness, you don't feel you can tell that body, but let all that stuff go.
That's
You know, forgiveness is not just for yourself, it's for them too.
Yes.
Because you can let that stuff go.
Yes.
You let go and you let God. You know, just
Amen to
because
that.
He'll be there for you. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. I found that out through my life, going through some things now in my life, you know, and He still lets me know through it all, I'm still your dad.
That's right.
I'm a good
That's
kid.
right. That's what I'm
You
talking
can
about.
talk to
Hey.
me. You got your pastors you can talk to. That's
Yes.
you know, your spiritual mom and dad. You got your church family that you can lean and
Yes.
depend on. You know, you got somebody out there when you feel like our hope is gone.
That's right.
So, you know, ladies, what do you think some of the strategies against loneliness? What we can do? I know one thing is like communication.
Yes.
You
It's
know,
the key.
talking is key. You
Yes,
know,
it is.
you find somebody to talk to. It might be difficult, or you might say, "Oh, I don't have any friends. I need somebody." But then you go out. You gotta
Yes.
put yourself out there.
Come on.
Because
That's
God
right. You got
always
to.
says, God helps those who help themselves, y'all. Right? And we gotta get out there, y'all.
Yes.
Y'all sitting on this couch watching us right now. But when you turn that computer off, get out there. Make yourself social. There will be somebody
Yes.
out there who has the same interest in common as you.
Y'all can get in touch with
You
us
can
too. Come
find
on, we got
somebody.
you.
That's right. That's what we're here for.
To show yourself to be a friend.
That's
you know,
right.
at the end of the day,
That's
you
right.
have to
I'll make it
exhibit
friend.
those characteristics no
Yes.
matter what. And I think it's like a first step program when you can admit to yourself, like, you know, I do feel lonely. It does bother
Yes.
me. It's so funny that we're talking about this because it's the week of Valentine's.
Yes.
Oh,
And,
this
yes.
is one of the other most
Oh, my
depressing
goodness.
times besides
Saddest.
Christmas.
Oh my
Yes,
goodness!
yes,
So the
yes.
girls are all talking about in the office. They're like, "Oh, you're wearing pink," and the one girl that's so outgoing, she's like, "Yeah, it's Valentine's Day all week. We gonna pink it up." It was like, "I'm gonna love myself even if don't nobody
That's
else
right.
love me."
That's
You know,
right,
and they were
y'all.
having that conversation, and the older lady was like to the younger girls, to the younger girls around my age, and she was talking to them, and she was like, "Yeah, I mean, because the most important thing about it is loving yourself."
So,
And
gotcha.
she was trying to
That's right.
drive that message home for them,
Yes.
and I'm like, it's so interesting that, you know, it all came off as a joke, but really from that serious place of it is Valentine's Day. We're supposed
It's
to be
real.
booed up. I don't have
Yes.
anybody, you know, to boo up with me, to say they love me, to bring me
Say
something.
that, say
And
that.
that validation, you know, a lot of times
You got
we
God.
look for
He
that.
loves you.
So,
Yeah.
God loves
and
you.
we know that. We know
That's
God
right.
loves
And
us.
that's
But
the
God,
first
I
step.
want to be booted up with
That's
somebody.
right.
Booted up
Soon
with us.
come. Soon come, y'all.
exactly.
But see, we got to acknowledge it.
We do.
And we can't wallow in it. We
No.
can't don't sit there and give yourself no pity party.
Don't sit
because
there and
it's
eat a
still
whole
not-
cake because you ain't got
That
nobody.
actually
Yes.
cuts the
Let's not
loneliness
sit up
deeper.
there.
No,
There you go.
But ice
Yeah.
cream
And
none
put
of
on
that.
tub like they show you. Oh, we're so commercialized.
That's real.
I mean, you know it.
And you don't want to pretend that it didn't happen.
That's
It's-
right.
It's not
Right.
happening. You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
That's right.
It's okay not to have a boo.
That's
That's
right.
right.
It's
That's
okay
right.
not to have a boo on Valentine's. Love yourself.
Self.
That's the most
That's
important.
right. We're not just here. You know, that's not what defines you.
That's
And
right.
a lot of
That's
women
right.
think that.
You want to
And
say
guys,
that?
let me
She
tell
said that
y'all,
again for
She
real.
said that again.
that's not what defines who
Right.
you
That's
are
right.
by
That's
having
right.
a significant other in your life. You are who you are because God made you.
You are
who
right.
fearfully
and
and
wonderfully
wonderfully
made.
made.
Say it, sister. And just look in the mirror every day, and I love me.
Mm.
All my imperfections, all my hair stand on my
That's
head,
it.
with pimple on my cheek and right on my nose,
Yes.
I still love me. And you just gotta keep saying that and keep saying it and believe it.
That's
Don't
right.
just keep
Believe
saying believe it and know it and own it.
Hello.
And
Y'all
say
better-
it out loud.
Right.
Say it out loud so
That's
that
right.
you hear those things. You know, take action. Be proactive about it, but you have to deal with it, and you have to admit your feelings
There
at the
you
end
go.
of the
There
day.
you go.
Like
Yeah.
you
Right.
have to be honest with yourself because it's okay because we're not always going to have our good days. You know, there are days when it be like, oh, well, I don't feel that confident, or oh, I do wish I had somebody to talk to. My husband is right there, but I got to cry on this side because he's leaving him.
And
You know, what I
those
mean?
are the days where you just not feeling you and everybody says, girl, your hair is
You
That's
look so
right.
good.
Girl, look
Girl,
at your
what
hair.
you
And you be like,
doing?
you dirty in the kitchen. That's
Right.
crazy.
Right.
You know, and that's when you always look your best.
That's
When you
right.
think
You
you
look
don't
the worst.
work.
That's
Yes.
right.
So real. So real.
But you have to, like you say, encourage yourself.
Yes.
Sometimes you have to look in that
Yes.
mirror because that's what I'm finding. Even through my loneliness and my lonely period, I look at them. I said, "Girl, no, you look pretty good, that girl. You know, this is another day that the Lord
Look
has
in the
made,
mirror and say,
girl.
"Oh, I love
You
you."
better rejoice and
My
be glad.
husband has
in
this.
it.
My husband has this
Own
thing,
it.
y'all, where he says, "Oh, you think you cute?" I said, "Boo."
I know.
I
know
know
it,
it,
honey.
honey. I own it. Remember, I am cute.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And I say it to him just like that. And he be like, you know, I can't with you. No, you don't have to. I got
Say
you.
something.
Because I know it. I know it.
And there are so many things that you can do. You know, you can take action. You can be proactive. You can go out and do something for other people that makes you feel good about yourself, that makes them feel good. At the end of the day, we have Galatians 6 and 2, which says, bear one another's burdens
on.
and so
Yes.
fulfill the
Amen.
law of Christ.
Come on,
Like,
lift
that's
each other
so
up.
important.
Yes,
We
yes,
have to
yes.
establish those genuine relationships.
Yes.
At the end of the day, if I have a good friend, you know, that friend can roll with me on
Come
this
on.
Sunday. We can
Yes.
hang
Yes.
out. We
Yes.
can do some
That's
girly
right.
stuff. You know, like that's so
I
important.
can give you a box of chocolates.
Yeah, all right.
Yes.
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 Yes. Make sure mine got nuts. Don't like the carrying kind. Like the nuts. Like the nuts.
And look, James 4 and 8 says, draw near to God, and he will draw near to you.
will.
Can't get no better than that.
No,
Can't
that's
get no
right.
better
That's
than
right.
that. Come
When
on
your
now.
focus,
right.
when your focus is right,
Come
That's
on.
when
right.
you're focused on the things of God, you're able to do things that are so much not about you.
That's
You
right.
know, you can really make a difference. You can use Valentine's Day, you can use Christmas, you can use Thanksgiving in a variety of ways. You know,
Yes,
people
that's
have
right.
like friendmas where they have their friends come over,
That's right.
or
That's
all
right.
kinds
That's
of things.
right.
And you can always volunteer. You can always be a part of that big world, you know, that's out there where you
Yes.
don't have to be so focused on yourself. I think a lot of
Ooh,
times
that's
when
good.
we talk about loneliness, we're just really focusing on ourselves. But like you were saying with the scripture, if we draw near to God, He'll draw near to us, and we won't have to feel lonely
right.
anymore.
And
You
it
know,
doesn't have to be a commercial holiday
There you
or
go.
anything
There you
go.
to
That's
do
right.
those things.
Right.
There you
You
go.
can just do those things every day.
In other
Every
words,
day.
ain't nothing
You
written in
really
stone.
Anytime.
Right.
You
Nothing is
know,
written in stone. We can do this.
right,
y'all.
you just reach out.
And
You know,
love
me
them
when
every day.
somebody keeps coming to my mind, I keep thinking about them, I pick up the phone.
There you go.
That's
Or I
right.
text them like, hey, what's going on? You just keep coming to my mind. And 9 times out of 10, let me tell you guys, they're going through something.
That's right.
Or something
Exactly.
just happened.
that's right. That's
That's real.
right.
That's so
And Matthew
real.
11:28 says, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." At the end of the day, there's no better place to turn than to the arms of the
you
King.
better say
Because
that.
He's there for us. He knows us. He created us. He
on.
knows our very
All right,
life.
all right.
So who else can make it better than the person who put it in us? Who
Okay.
created
Yes.
these things? You know, who was there with us when something happened,
No matter
when our
what.
significant
Yes.
other did it,
Yes.
when our friend told that. You know, whatever the situation might be, God is there.
He's
And He's
there
got
all
an
the
answer
time.
for it.
Yes.
You know,
All
so
the time. He never
That's
leaves
right.
you alone. He's always by your
Always
side.
there.
In the good, the bad, the lows, the highs. Guys, you can always turn to God. Say that in Jesus in the midnight
Right.
hour.
All right.
Oh,
now.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And you don't even need to say anymore.
That's
Just
it.
say
That's it.
Jesus.
It's on.
and
you
He'll
know-
give you direction.
Okay,
He'll
yeah.
give you
Yes,
things
yes,
that
He
you
will.
can
People don't
do,
understand.
you know,
That's
to
what
take
they
up
want
your
to do.
time.
That's right. That's
He'll
real.
give you wisdom in making your decisions for
Yes,
your friends, so that
that's
you
right.
find a relationship that's good
Sure
for you,
will.
a
Sure
healthy
will.
friendship.
Yes.
You know, at the end of the day, there's so much in this world for us to do.
Yes.
There's so many ways that we can make those changes, right,
Yeah,
ladies?
That's right. Make that change.
Yes.
Yeah, and Proverbs 18:24 says, a man who has friends must himself be friendly.
That's
Be
right.
friendly, y'all.
That's right.
But there
That's
is a friend who sticks closer than a brother.
Yes.
What?
We know.
We can count
know.
on
No.
We know.
Oh,
Come on, girl. You better stop
That's
it.
right. At the
Sing
end
it,
of the
Leah.
day,
Come on.
at the end of the day,
That's right.
you'll be there.
Come on.
Y'all better go ahead up in
That's
here.
right.
Y'all
That's
better go
right.
ahead.
That's right.
Come on, God is
That's
good.
right.
He's good,
All
and
the
He's so able
time.
to take us out of ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, if we just focus on Him, if we remember that attitude of gratitude, just God, I thank you for today. I thank you for waking me up this
Yes.
morning.
Yes.
I thank you because at the end of the day, this ain't gonna be the last day for me.
No.
This isn't it. This isn't the
Yes.
end. You know, if you give me tomorrow, I can make it better. I can do better. I can do something else. You know, there's so much that we can do. Find a
Yes.
hobby, make a new friend,
Yes.
join a club.
Come on.
You
Yeah,
know,
that's real.
it's a world out there for us to explore.
yourself
And if
out
we
there.
spend it focused on ourselves, away from everything, we'll miss it. We'll miss what we can be. You know, in one of our earlier episodes, we talked with Justin about planning and about organizing, and he was saying that there's a whole world out there that we can participate in, that we can be a part of, and really plan our lives and be something. God created us to be something, not to be focused on ourselves, but to do something, to make an impact in this world, to be a light, you know, that we're shining. So we have to do that. It's so important.
Yes, it is.
We can choose not to be lonely.
That's right.
Watch out now. Y'all heard that, right?
We can make it. It's a choice.
Guys, get off
It's
that
a choice.
couch.
That's right.
Get on the internet. Find out what's going on in your neighborhood.
Free,
Go
that's
out.
free.
Free.
It doesn't
There's
have to
so
cost
many
money.
things.
It is,
Yes.
for real.
There's
You
so
can
many
do a
things out there.
workshop. You can do a class. I mean,
Find something that
anything.
you, a passion that you want, that you like, something you always wanted to do. Find out where the local, a lot of colleges have free classes.
Yes,
You know, they
that's
give a lot of things. And join, and you never know.
And be open to it. Like we said in
Yes.
the scripture, show
Don't-
yourself
yes.
to be a
Don't be
friend.
negative.
Be
Don't
open
be
to
negative.
new things
Yes.
and new changes
Yes.
and new situations. Just say, God, I'm going to try it. I trust you. I've got faith in you. I want to try it. I want to be a part of.
I say call it a new day. Let's do it. Start a new day.
That's
And
right.
move
Do that.
forward. Make that
A
change.
new
Move
chapter.
forward.
New
Step
chapter.
out on faith. Do it.
Yes,
Come on.
you have to step out on faith, guys. Y'all got to just take that plunge, step out on faith. Because at the end of the day, God is going to be by your side.
That's
He's
right.
not
Yes,
going
he
to
is.
be. Well, Evangelist Taylor, we'd like to thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
So much for joining us.
Congratulations.
It's a pleasure. All your
Thank
world
you.
and your knowledge, thank you so much. And
Yes.
do
And
please
just
come
sharing
back
your
again.
experiences with
So
us.
guys, we touched a lot on loneliness today. We touched on all the reasons why, how we can overcome it.
That's
But
right,
at
guys.
the end of the day,
Yes.
remember, joy does come in the morning.
That's
on,
right.
right.
You better
Come on.
preach.
Tomorrow is another day.
Hey,
Come
another
on.
God
day
is
for
going,
you to get
as
it
he
right.
lays you down and lay your head on that pillow to go to sleep, he's going to wake you up in the morning with joy
That's right.
and life in
Ask
your
him
heart.
for it.
And
Ask
y'all,
him
y'all,
for it.
you
yes.
get up
Trust
and
and believe
thank
that
him
he will.
for getting you through that previous day
Yes.
and help you make it a more joyous day as you go on it. So ladies, once again, I'm here with my friends, Leah and Sheila. Tune in every Tuesday.
Right
We'll be
here.
here. Hit us up. We're
In
gonna
the
be on the
comments.
gram, on
Yes.
We're gonna be on Facebook. Send us those questions. We can't wait to hear from you guys.
Yes.
We are so excited. 2019, we're gonna do it.
New
We're gonna
day.
do it
Come
with
on, come on.
God's help and
Thank you,
guidance.
Lord.
And remember,
Mom's Pearls answers life's questions.
Mom's Pearl.